Right, let's just get into this one. Normally at the end of every week, I'll do a weekly roundup. This is no different. I normally just do it in a weekly carousel format. This time I've got two cameras pointed at me. One will go on YouTube, one will go on Instagram, just for a short reel. Look, the whole point of the weekly roundup is to give you a bit more of an authentic view into my life. A few of the lessons that I learned, a few of the progresses, a few of the wins, share the growth of the business, and sort of bring you along the way. I think in the past few weeks, there's been a little bit more pressure on myself to make it seem impressive, and really just trying to maintain that element of perfection. Everything's going well, and look, it is, like, things are going well, but I wanted to just share a bit more of an authentic view on things. The reason why I'm looking at this camera more than this camera is because the longer version will go on YouTube, which probably makes sense. But like I said, I think rather than trying to find a positive angle and just saying, life is amazing right now, the business is growing, there's no negatives, I'm perfect because I'm doing everything well. The whole point is for me to share with you my side of things, share my life, share my ups and downs. And I think this week's been good. I recently started a little sales job just to learn sales, learn a more raw form of sales. In my previous job in banking, it was sales, it was more longer cycles, it was more relationship driven, less psychology, less influence, less objection handling, those types of things which I wanted to learn. So I took it upon myself to join a more traditional sales role. Essentially, it's just door knocking. So you're getting tons of objections, tons of rejection. You need to know tons of technical aspects and psychology. You need to know tons about the product and tons about psychology and objection handling. It's those types of skills which I'm learning and enjoying. I'm always trying to learn skills. It's been good, but it's taken a lot of time. And I think one of the things I've struggled with this week is just time. So I haven't even been to the gym in 4 or 5 days. That's the first time I've done that in probably all year. I went to the gym Monday and then I was away with work until today's Saturday. It sounds a bit minor, but for me that was a big deal. Content I post every day, probably for the start of the year. I missed 2 days. It sounds minor, for me it's a big deal because it breaks those patterns and those cycles. It makes me actually reflect and think, well, what's more important to me? I'm learning skills, I've learned skills, but this business is everything that I've wanted to achieve because I care about fitness, I care about mindsets, helping people achieve their dream physique, and probably more importantly, their dream mindset. And that's taken a back seat, and I think it really shines the light on the elements and areas that I'm doing well and the elements and areas that perhaps I'm lacking in. So for me, it's a good point of reflection to think, well, it's not about going out socialising all the time, which I haven't been doing too much, but I do a little bit. It's certainly not about getting back into a career ladder and climbing that career ladder, because that's everything that I've been trying to avoid, and the position that I've been trying to get out of probably since last July, and I'm probably now in a position where I'm out of that. So it's just about reflecting and just not getting into those same routines and habits which didn't serve me previously. It doesn't have to be deep, it's just a weekly reflection for that exact reason. It's been a good week away. Got a few sales, my first few sales actually, which was a really big win, especially when you get so much rejection. There's a lot of mentality that comes into that, to make sure you show up and perform, maintain performance even when you're feeling low on confidence. You need to just push yourself back up. That's been a really big win. And learning this area of myself and people in general, really important, really valuable. The importance of enthusiasm, the importance of pushing past people's smoke screens, an initial form of rejection. People don't know what they want most of the time. And obviously this is very sales specific, but also in terms of influence, people don't know what they want. And there is a genuine value add in helping people find that valuable insight. But I think bringing it back to a more personal lens, a lot of the social media, personal training, content I've been posting has been to try and make me seem like an authority, to make me seem like I know everything, to make me seem like I'm doing everything perfect. But that's not true, and it's also not relatable. No personal trainer is perfect, no coach is perfect, no person is perfect. And that's probably more of what I should be shining the light on, especially people who are in poor habits, poor routines, and are looking to get into those helpful routines and habits, and in understanding that you can probably be good 50 to 60% of the time and get good results, and that allows you a lot more freedom and flexibility to fall away into normal life and normal routines and not feel guilty about it, not feel like it's a big task at hand. If you're seeing something on social media and you're thinking, oh, he's not putting a foot wrong, he's too perfect with it, for example, I know I'm not, but you see that, you think, how am I going to go from here to here? I don't really want to go to the gym every single day, I don't want to eat good every single day, I want to just look good and feel good and enjoy my life. But you can have both, and I think that's the point I need to probably learn to convey a little bit better, make my offering a little bit simpler, and the way that I connect with others just extremely simple as well. Just reflections, always worth reflecting. I think as well, I'm just over 3 months away from home now. First sort of time I'm getting a little bit homesick. It's approaching the Christmas period. It's hot as hell here. I'm used to being freezing cold back home now. It's cosy. I'll be seeing family, sort of thinking about Christmas ideas, Christmas presents. I'm miles away from that. I thought about the idea of possibly going home for a little bit, but we'll see. Because there's definitely still loads that I love about the UK, but just needed something new. Needed a circuit break from obviously the job I was in, the situation I was in. But the good thing about the business, the online coaching business, the one I'm passionate about, the one I love, the one I will grow, you can do it anywhere. So if I pop home for a bit, I can still do the business, still grow the business, still support my clients and help other clients and other people, of course. And there's certainly cheaper places to be than Sydney. But yeah, just a reflective point. I think I didn't like the chore of feeling like I had to show up in a certain way, and I don't like the drag of taking my focus away from the business and the areas that I actually love and the areas that I'm actually passionate about, and doing something because of maybe fear, maybe some other drags or intentions, or maybe just constantly feeling like I need to prove something to myself. But then the goalposts change again, and I know this, it's been following me for my whole life. I don't need to fall into those traps again. Normally I script these, didn't script this. Normally there's a clear intention or purpose of these posts. This one doesn't. Just a weekly reflection, just an insight, and just an update. But yeah, it's good to reflect, it's good to think, it's good to reassess and reset the goals, reset the goalposts, reset the targets. I'm gonna have some nice catch-ups with my family tonight, and then prepare for the week ahead. I'm not slowing down, won't slow down, speed up, but just make sure I'm going in the right direction with the things that I care about. And to the 5 people that see this, I hope you get a little bit of insight, I hope you get a little bit of reflection. I'm going to share more of this raw content anyway. A little bit more insight. I'll build this out in some way. Because I know this is the area I enjoy the most anyway. The mindset stuff. But for now, see you later.